This time it's live. We're doing a live wake and bake right now as we upload the wake and bake from last night. So in this wake and bake, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna read this book I just got from the Chicago Library. 7 Secrets to Investing Like Warren Buffett. So let's get straight into it. When you crack this baby open, it smells like cocoa butter and hand sanitizer. No, I'm just kidding. So let's go ahead. All right, boom. Secret number one: the power of habits. Chapter one: the power of habits. Chapter two: watch your spending. Find a job you love. Avoid debt. Risk management. Taking care of your health. Continuous improvement. Secret two: the power of value investing. The value investing. Origins of value investing. Secret three: generating stock ideas. How do we start finding stock investments? A circle of competence, financial websites tracking the richest man, best companies, shopping malls, and best value investors. Economic moats. Secret number four: what is the most economic moat? Branding, economy of legal barriers to entry, high switching cost. Secret 5: language of business. Financial statements explained, balance sheets, income statements, cash flow statements, valuation. What is a valuation? Graham, net, price to book value, PE ratio, dividend yield, growth formula. Portfolio management. Secret 7: what is portfolio management? Portfolio management rules. Conclusion: the mindset of a successful investor, the game plan to a multi-million-dollar portfolio. And then it goes over the epilogue, the acknowledgments, and the index. So this is 7 secrets on investing like Warren Buffett. So, maybe we could get on here every day, read a little bit of this book or some shit, because I know y'all motherfuckers don't read for shit. The Lost Decade. You can't go back and make a new start, but you can start now and make a brand new ending. Okay. James R. Sherman, PhD. How different was your life 10 years ago? Did it even occur 10 years ago that your life changed? For some, a decade might seem insignificant. For others, a decade can be momentous. More than a decade ago, a young man in his early 20s lost 60,000 in the stock market. More than half of the money he lost belonged to his friends. Convinced them that he could help them make them richer, proving with a proven trading system that he had learned in a business class. So they entrusted him with their hard-earned cash. This young man was Sheen. Sheen said, Sean had been taught the new risk involved in investing when he was a young man. He swore he swore to never dabble in investments. He was satisfied with his financial status and started investing in stock markets blindly. He had spent 5,000 to attain a short-term trading workshop and made an actual profit from his first trade. He quickly gained immense confidence and invited his friends to let him manage their money, and he raised 100,000 and lost more than half of the initial capital in 3 months. Sean was shocked but undeterred. After wiping tears of fear and disappointment from his eyes, he decided to take his investment education seriously and began to devour every investment book he could get his hands on. One day, a friend recommended that he read this book titled Buffettology, which was co-written by the ex-daughter-in-law Warren Buffett. He told Sean, using these techniques she introduced to me, my investment account has already gone up 60% since. Sean researched the book for immediately Sheen searched for the book immediately to his pleasant surprise, he found an entire series of books co-written by Mary Buffett and David Clark on the techniques of philosophy of Warren Buffett, including the new Buffettology. Sean Sheen studied principles outlined in the book, and the young man who had once been clueless about investing began a journey that transformed him into one of the youngest investment millionaires in Asia. Meeting the Titan. If I have ever seen it, and by standing on the shoulders of giants. If I ever seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. If I ever seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Isaac Newton. Sean stood in the lobby and looked at his watch anxiously. 10:50 a.m. 10 more minutes. He was so excited he could hardly breathe. In a moment's time, he was about to meet the mentor who changed his life, Mary Buffett, the ex-daughter-in-law of Warren Buffett. Mary had been a part of the Buffett family for 12 years. She had listened to Warren closely and learned how to invest in the stock markets. Mary saw many people step into the market in the short-term speculative mindset. Not Warren. He was investing logically with intelligence and fundamental methodology, and this investment earned him billions of dollars. Mary Buffett watched, listened, and began to absorb Warren's investing techniques and philosophy in 1997. She consolidated her learning and co-authored her first book, Weaponology, with David Clark. This was the first of many best-selling books they published, books that have been translated into 17 languages and distributed all over the world. Sheen studied and applied the principles outlined in these books to his own investments, and he quickly managed to achieve consistent positive results. He was determined to learn about how Warren Buffett's investment strategy and technologies and to meet Mary Buffett. After months of searching, and he found someone who could arrange a 1 hour meeting in Los Angeles. Are you Sean? A clear, crisp voice asked. Mary? Sean turned around and he saw a well-dressed woman in a pair of sunglasses. It was Mary Buffett. She was some tea at a restaurant. Shall we have some tea at a restaurant? Mary asked with a smile. After 5 minutes of introductions, investments ideas started to flow. Mary and Sean were completing each other's sentences and speaking as if they had known each other for years. Their 1 hour meeting ended up stretching from late morning till dinner. They exchanged numbers and have been discussing how to invest like Warren Buffett in the past 10 years. Mary has become a mentor and an advisor to Sean. With her help and support, he went to make his first million in the stock market. His story was featured in the media and he gained fame initially. He started small private sharing to show how to invest with his friends, requested that he do so. On these requests grew and came from more people. Then he started teaching more regularly and he became an authority in the investment education field. Sean is now invited to the top universities in Singapore, universities in Maynard, China as a guest lecturer. Financial institutions such as UOB Bank, CIMB Securities, and Phillip Capital also invite him to share his insights in closed-door sessions. He is frequently interviewed on radio, TV, and newspapers and magazines. Now pause for a moment and picture these scenarios. What if Mary had never published a book about Warren Buffett's investment strategies? What if Sean never picked up the Warren Buffettology? What if the meeting in Los Angeles never happened? What if the book that you are holding now can kickstart your journey to becoming a confident and successful investor? Mary and Sean decided to co-author the book to help others learn how to create wealth just like they have. As you read, you will find yourself having conversations with Mary and Sean at the same time. Both of them will share their experience, so do not be surprised if you see I and we being used interchangeably. Are you ready to turn the page and start a new beginning? Sean and I decided to co-author Seven Secrets of Investing with Warren Buffett to explain Warren Buffett's techniques and philosophies to new investors. The two of us are in different ways. The two of us are different in many ways. Sean was born and educated in Singapore. In the perspective of East, I was born and educated in the United States. Our perspective of the West, he is a man, I am a woman. We are different generations. Despite the differences, our investment philosophy is the same. We want to share the philosophy with our readers and give them a chance to become truly wealthy. This book is designed to teach you Warren Buffett investment techniques and help you apply them effectively. You will find two separate parts in this book. Part one, I'll show you the habits you develop and become a truly wealthy person. Reading a book can give you knowledge, but it is the consistent actions you take that will change. I can tell, I call these consistent action habits. But I need to analyze my habits, bro. There's some stupid shit I need. In the second part, Sean will explain how one uses the investing techniques, how known as value investing, to build his wealth. Sean and I both use the same strategy, consistent profit from the stock market. Sean will describe the value investing in layman's terms so that even someone with no financial background, can understand and learn enough. So last, Sean and I will encourage you to continue to learn and grow. As you grow, so will your, and boom. Secret number one, the power of habits. So right now, we just ran through the introduction, the lost decade. So the introduction was kind of presenting the premise that, yeah, 10 years is going to go by regardless. And what you're going to do with 10 years is either going to make or break your reality. So in 10 years, you could either, squander it away, or you can lock in, you can focus, and make some shit happen. So I like how it kind of tells the story of this foreign dude who's like trying to make money and trying to just change his financial situation, and then he is determined. He meets that Warren Buffett's like sister or some shit, some kind of. So it's not Warren Buffett, but it's like his his people. And so like you could really just write a book if you know somebody. Like you don't even have to write a book about shit you know. I mean, saying that she knows this shit and it looks like a good book. So it looks very accurate and informative. So can't wait to see. Ooh, chapter 2 says watch your spending. I like that. I like that. I read for about 12 minutes. I'm gonna just read a little more because these chapters are so short. It says the power of habit. The chains of habit are too tight. The chains of habit are too light to be felt. They are too heavy to be broken. Benjamin Graham. Habits define who you are, how you live your life, and the results you will get from your efforts. If you are overweight, it is very possible due to not having the right eating or exercising habits. If you are broke, it is most likely because you are not practicing the right financial planning. True, Truly wealthy people have habits that help them create wealth. But many people do not adopt empowering habits. Instead, they resort to getting rich quick schemes, believing that one good investment, one jackpot, one home run can change their financial destiny instantly or permanently. On August 25th, 2017, CNBC published an article stating the lottery winners and other people who receive financial windfalls tend to squander their newly found money and end up being worse off than they initially were. Why is that so? The answer is simple. It is akin to people who go on a crash diet, hoping to lose weight quickly. This may work in the short term, but your body is unlikely to maintain the weight loss over time. Most people eventually give up and eat more than they did before to compensate for what they've been missing, and they gain weight. Fast results seldom work. Warren once said, no matter how great the talent or effort something, you can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. That's facts. Your time, have patience, be disciplined. Remember, Rome was not built in a day. You can adopt sustainable and consistent actions that help you achieve your goals, although results do not materialize overnight. The good news is that as you start to adopt good habits, you will reward with small achievements. The key is be disciplined and persistent. See, I need to write that shit down, bro. That shit crazy as fuck. Me, like, I'm the type, I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna take notes because even though it's not my book, I probably couldn't write it down. Like, I'm gonna still write it, I'm gonna still highlight it because I know whoever gets this book next and be like, oh, okay, cool. I like that. The key is to be disciplined and persistent. I feel like that is the main shit that I'm gonna focus on for the next rest of my year. The key is to be disciplined and persistent, disciplined and persistent, disciplined and persistent. In the following chapters, I want to share with you the important habits of wealthy and successful people. Adopt good habits, and you will start noticing positive changes in your life. So I'm gonna end it right there. Boom. Just like that. Very good book. Secrets to Investing, like Warren Buffett, by Mary Buffett and Sean C. However the fuck you say that shit. Alright, stay tuned for part 2.